para todas personas en el mundo. This is the Past the Bad podcast. Listen, I'm the one, government name, Robert Edward Patterson II, in honor of my late father. You can call me Bob. Who are you, sir?
I am Adrian Black for the people, and
Hey,
this is the Pass the
hey,
Bag podcast.
because it's not enough for you to get the bag, y'all.
Got
You gotta
to
know.
keep that bag.
You know, if you want to care for that bag the right way, what you
God,
gotta
you gotta share that bag.
so you want to care for that bag, you gotta share the bag, y'all. Gotta share the bags. Now, kindly pass the bag, folks. Listen,
Kindly.
this right here, this wonderful world that we're living in affords us all types of opportunities to get into conversations, conversations about any topics that help us to conflict security in ourselves and in our families and our communities, being contributing members to society. We want to thank all of you for giving us your ears. We want to thank you for we are anywhere that podcasts can be found. We're also on all the social media. Mr. Black, can you tell me about the social media?
Pass the Bag podcast on Instagram. That's the main one. That's where we are. That's where all the love is. Meet us there. That's where the community is. And we're trying to grow.
Oh, bang, bang, bang.
It's on YouTube or on Instagram. That's where we are. Pass the Bag podcast. All right.
Taking them to the gun show. Let's get into the.
I see booty. I see booty. I see booty.
Let's get into the booty bag.
Booty
You
bag.
know,
I love this.
people here. Thank you, thank you. How can you not love the booty bag? Everybody love the booty bag. A lot of people might not know what's going on in the booty bag, but we're gonna let you know. If you didn't know, you know now.
Yeah.
There is a little platform by the name of OnlyFans that says it received assurances from its banking partners that it'll uh, allow the platform to continue coming after the company last week announced plans to explicit. Now they're citing pressures from the banks and the payment companies as their decision for this would have been banned, and the decision drew condemnation almost unanimously, but especially from sex workers who were the backbone of the platform. Let's be let's be real about that.
Right.
So, the questions that we want to ask you all are, what type of precedent does this set for the normalization of sex work? Mr. Adrian Black, what do you say?
What I think there's a deeper question that we have to answer first, which is what is the definition of sex work? Right? Because I think definitely OnlyFans like
No,
normalize the
let's
everyday girl,
go.
boy, or
Let's go.
the girl next door getting into, you know, selling images of their body or videos of themselves for money. So I think it leveled the playing field for porn, kind of like kind of YouTube did for mute, and kind of like YouTube and DistroKid did for music, or like SoundCloud did, or Bandcamp did for artists and bands. Uh, the same way Instagram has done for brands. It levels the playing field so the average Joe, like you or me, can capitalize on a business opportunity just like a major corporation or major brand. So I think that's cool. I think it set that precedent, and I'll start.
I like the Bandcamp uh, example that you brought up the most because I feel like before Bandcamp or SoundCloud, for example, um, before the success of the SoundCloud rapper, so to speak, or before the Bandcamp projects becoming effective. Those were the types of things that may have been mentioned, tongue in cheek, right? There might have been a sense of humor around it, which is to say that a SoundCloud rapper was less than a different type of rapper. And so I think that maybe that feels in some way accurate for the way that the prolific financial success of these, many performers on OnlyFans are experiencing, are creating. There's a parallel type of effect, right? Where, I don't know the names of any of these rappers who started out on SoundCloud and who are not, but I feel like the precedent for the normalization of sex work is already set. But I do feel like each step forward is an important step, and that we want to be able to document exactly what happens along each step of the way. Because in the end, when you talk about, those straws that will eventually break the back of prohibition in certain forms, each one of those straws is important in its own right for carrying its weight. And so this is definitely a precedent which helps to reinforce the importance of each one of those steps or each one of said straws in a way that other steps may not,
Right.
especially given a voice, just that part right there about how the outcry was impossible to ignore.
Right.
And it also sets that precedent in terms of people really being able to not turn away from, it being impossible to turn away from the cat that has created this particular brand of sex work, right? And
Right.
so the voice, that comes with generating that capital. Mm-hmm.
But that was the thing. That was the thing. They were getting pressure from the other side. It was from the banks. So that's what was weird about it. That I mean, it's a money making vehicle for a lot of people, and I'm sure for early fans too. But then the idea that they were going to like cut out, like I would say probably more than 50% of their business. That's
Easily more than 50%.
right. Easily. So it's like, well, I'm thankful. What that brings us to our second question. What are the societal implications of this decision? For me, I'm thankful that people were able to come together and you could see that the reversal of this decision is a good idea for all the content creators and all the sex workers that are employed by OnlyFans.
And I feel like that it is a very public victory
Yeah.
for sex work.
Mm.
Not only also for sex work, but we know that many of the sex workers who are on the OnlyFans platform are members of the LGBTQ plus communities, and the work that gets done there is important in its own right in terms of inclusion. And so I feel like um, for what that victory does, I think that also helps um, to bring, well, when we talk about societal implications, yeah, I mean, it definitely, excuse me, I'm skipping thoughts for a second, but I'm doing this in stream of consciousness. I think it does imply that that there are moments, the general here, not just the general public, but also the corporate sector are acknowledging. They've been forced to acknowledge. So the implications are that people will feel more comfortable speaking out. And they'll feel more empowered when it comes to speaking out. I feel like this implies this is a push toward a direction where voices that before were silenced. I think the implications are that those voices will definitely continue to be heard.
Yeah, and it is necessary. It's a necessary voice, especially in sex work, because I mean, so many people are, taken advantage of and or used and abused in the field just as much as, I mean, it's a come up opportunity for sure. Especially when you can use it in a way that's healthy for you. But it's also, it opens Pandora's box, you never know what might come out, when you start working in that field. I mean, it's an everyday, it's just like any when you work in art and entertainment in general, every day is a new challenge. Every day is a new obstacle to overcome, especially as like an entrepreneur, What and if you're on OnlyFans, you're more than likely you're an entrepreneur. You work for yourself. So having with that said, it's not something that you can just. It's not easy all the time.
Yes, it's absolutely true. Tonight I will uh, a stand-up comedy set, and one of the jokes that I had in the stand-up comedy set featured, some OnlyFans content, and I said that, I talked about how Frank Sinatra, introduced Frank Sinatra, saying that, he always said that he was nervous, before he went to perform. I mean, I'm never nervous. So, if the set is bad, we know why, right? And then there was another joke sandwiched in between and another joke sandwiched in between. But I said that, Frank and I have something in common, both being handsome and, having nice voices. I said Frank's voice was like the smooth bottom of a newborn child. And I said, and mine also is. Only that newborn child is a 21-year-old cam girl on OnlyFans. I said, that's my voice.
Respect.
Thanks.
And
Yeah, got a lot of
respect.
laughs.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that. I giggle for sure.
We want,
The
here at
future
Capacity.
of online sex work and OnlyFans. Do you think it'll survive? Or do you think will OnlyFans exist this time next year?
This time next year, yes. I mean, they almost didn't, though. They almost went the way of, Blockbuster Video and all that other stuff. But I do feel like that they almost bit it, but that, they probably are seeing too many dollars for them
I
to,
wonder where
want to
the
mess with.
insurances come from. I wonder who was the insurances. Which bank was like, nah, we got y'all back. Somebody, they said it was like they got assurances that everything was gonna be good. So I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know who gave the assurances.
I feel like that's a really really smart inquiry. Which banks are reversing their stance? Because if it's the one thing that we know about marginalized community and communities that marginalized because there are institutions of authority,
Right.
gatekeepers to
Hey,
resources who are choosing to red line or whatever these discriminatory policies are. It's not just about this person discriminated against me and my feelings are hurt. No, we're talking about people who have access to it. So interesting, and I feel an important moment in time where we are looking at uh, these legitimate financial institutions uh, who ultimately are not going to be able to hide, from the fact that they are and that this money is good to them now, right?
right.
This money is good to them. It's not uh, dirty money anymore. And I mean, I hope that it will be around this time next year. But I wonder when are we going to see the Adrian Black OnlyFans channel with the whips and the rack that spins around and the
Great,
wheel of.
great question. My own channel, it's not gonna be BDSM based. It's gonna be more like it's definitely gonna be like more wax and like
Okay,
oil and like
okay,
beaches
okay.
and sunsets. It's gonna be more like an Instagram feed than it'll be like a BDSM. I'm not into the BDSM. I'm sorry. I'm not the pain is pleasure type of person. I'm the pleasure is pleasure type of person.
Yes, yes, yes. The hedonist, huh?
Yeah,
The definition of hedonism is to avoid pain and pursue pleasure. So that was a very hedonistic statement that you just made.
yeah, well that's me all day. I'm a hedonist. I don't I
Uh,
don't I don't mess with the pain unless I have to.
well, I'm gonna let everybody out there in past the bag land know that if and when there is an OnlyFans channel where Mr. P gets down shamelessly proud and shares it with the world, that we'll probably put a special code up
It
here.
took me 3 years to get you on Instagram. You ain't going on no OnlyFans, man.
Yeah, it did take 3 years to get me on Instagram, but you know what? I feel more comfortable. I feel more comfortable nude, probably doing sex tricks online than I would be selling my likeness, to Mark Zuckerberg and other people.
Right.
But
You
I guess
own,
I'm just
you selling your
paranoid.
life to somebody. Who own OnlyFans?
Who on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
My brother.
Somebody in
You
like
know what?
OnlyFans.
That's the great. You know what? The booty bag
Hey Siri.
is real revolutionary.
Let me ask my assistant, Siri. Oh
Tell
no.
Siri we need to go out on a date. You know.
Siri ain't messing with you, bro. I can't find it.
First of all, I can cook. Um, I can tell. I can write a nice joke. Um, I'm
Phoenix,
experienced.
Phoenix International Limited owns OnlyFans. It's a company. Tim Stokes
We want Tim Stowe.
is the CEO. I don't know who he is.
Hmm.
He's a billionaire.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's tuning in, why don't y'all tune in and let us know how you feel about this OnlyFans situation?
Are you on OnlyFans?
What is
I have. Let's make
on sex
OnlyFans.
work?
I want to support some people's OnlyFans, but I feel like it's weird, Like I don't want my name. I don't want my name to pop up on the list as like people that's paying to see them naked. I want to do it anonymously.
You're not paying to see them naked. You're paying for the option to share time and space with them, which possibly nudity or sex tricks,
I'm paying. Yeah, I'm paying for access to their content, and
That's
I don't.
right. You're paying for access to the
What I'm,
content.
I want access to the content, but I don't want them to know that I'm the one paying.
Okay, fair enough.
I
All
want
right. All
like
right. Then you got to
an
set up the dummy account.
anonymous donor account. I don't want to set up a dummy account. No, it's gonna come up my name, my card. It's my like you gotta pay. It's not like you can
That's
get
true.
get
It
out.
is going to come.
Like so, it's like your name gotta pop up. Yeah,
Bitcoin. You can always do that. That's anonymous.
maybe they got Bitcoin. Maybe they got Bitcoin. Yeah, you can Bitcoin it. That's the
And
I know some people personally. It's like I know you. You're my friend. I don't necessarily like you have an OnlyFans. I want to see it. I'm just interested.
mm,
I'm willing to pay to see it. But it's like I don't necessarily want you to feel like I'm into you like that. I'm just so curious that I'm willing to pay whatever your rate is.
look, I'll be the first one to tell you that there are times that I look at stuff that I'm definitely not into like that out of
Mhm.
curiosity because I feel like it's educational, which at times does include, gays and, trans and, maybe some other stuff that I myself might not be participating in on a regular basis or even imaginary basis. So yeah, I think that's okay, bro. This is 2021. That's all above ground. And nobody judging, man. Nobody really. I don't think anybody's getting the signals across. I really don't think anybody cares like that. Like
Well,
it's education. It's okay to be curious. It's educating. Anyway, I don't know. I felt like
what do you think, everybody? Should my friends have only? Can you
absolutely.
subscribe to your friends' OnlyFans? What do you think, Mr. P says? He says yes with a capital Y. What do you say in the comments down below in Instagram? Let us know. This is the Pass the Bag podcast. Keep that bag moving. Keep it.
This is the one, the only Pass the Bag. When we started Pass the Bag, we started Pass the Bag because we were having a series of conversations on things like health. Definitely a lot of ongoing conversations about financial management. And, I was fortunate enough to grow up where I saw people who had, generational money and let me into their homes, and they spoke to me and they said, young person, check out how we do this around here. When you get money, you will not keep money if you do not share money. And it's not just about money. It's about all people to get out of the hoarder mindset. We have to feel secure enough to get out of the mindset where we are greedy. And one of the things that a lot of wealthy people who are not wealthy to know is that they have a non-compete clause with one another. They have a non-compete clause with one another. That is how wealth works. So here at Pass the Back Podcast, when we get a hold of valuable information, we share that valuable information. When we get a hold of anything that has value, we share those things that have value, because without sharing those things, we will not keep the benefit of those things.
Facts. So everybody
That's
would like
all
to
about.
thank you. The booty bag. Let us know what you think. Will OnlyFans be around next year? Is it okay to invest in your friends' OnlyFans? Will it be awkward? I don't know. Let us know what you think. Until next time.
Yeah, big shouts out to all of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all very much. We're happy that you love us. We're gonna keep doing this. This is season 3, PTB. Mr. P from the 313. That brother there is
Agent Black. See y'all next time.
We out.
Peace.